ahead. Going to have some changes, a little bit of change coming up in the work week.
A little change to look forward to going into later this week. But for today, it's still going to be hot, 7:15 on your Sunday morning. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend so far. We've been sitting under this ridge of high pressure across the Gulf Coast. That's been keeping us hot. We have no rain to worry about thanks to that ridge, and that ridge will stay in place in the next several days. And around that ridge of high pressure, there have been storms up to our north, a big complex of storms moving through Arkansas, storms moving through Alabama, headed towards Georgia. We will not have to worry about that. But Mike mentioned some changes. A cold front is coming our way on Wednesday, and that will bring us some showers and storms and some relief from the heat later this week. But today is going to be hot and muggy. It is definitely a sticky morning, 77 degrees right now. We'll have a mix of sunshine and clouds today. Pretty quiet rest of our weekend to enjoy, but make sure you're taking care of yourself in this heat. Winds are still from the south. It will be breezy today, especially in the afternoon. Dew points still in the mid-70s, so that means it is going to feel humid all day today, and that'll be the trend through early this week. So today for your Sunday, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will probably get back to 90 degrees this afternoon. But of course, that only tells half the story. It's going to be very humid, so our feels like temperatures will probably touch the triple digits. Tonight, mostly clear, mild and muggy in the evening. Here's that heat index, or how it feels outside this afternoon. When you factor in the humidity, it'll probably feel like the upper 90s, maybe around 100 during the afternoon and early evening. So make sure you stay cool and hydrated. Take care of yourself if you will be out and about all day. Don't forget sun protection, sunscreen, things like that. Tomorrow to kick off our work week, much of the same. Hot and muggy again, breezy, partly cloudy skies, temperatures back around 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Our pattern stays the same. It's going to be also pretty humid as we go into early in the morning hours like we have been accustomed to the last few days. Winds will continue from the south tomorrow, keeping that moisture content up. It will be breezy throughout the course of tomorrow as well. So here we go in the next few days, no big changes. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all about the same, hot and humid, 90 degrees for our afternoon highs, feeling like the triple digits. Then our cold front comes in Wednesday, and that will bring us a relief later in the week. Our temperatures will only be in the 80s later this week, and we'll see some drier air and lower humidity. So that'll be a big change and really a welcome change. So here's the high pressure, what it's doing to the Gulf Coast. It's keeping us warm and humid. So current temperatures, of course, it's the morning, we're in the 70s and 80s, but because of that ridge, we'll continue to see the 90s across the Gulf Coast in the afternoon today and in the coming days because this high pressure stays in place in the upper levels of the atmosphere through Tuesday. Plenty of moisture at the surface, keeping us sticky and muggy. Here's that front and the upper level low attached to it off to the west. It moves across the Midwest midweek. Our front comes in early Wednesday and the drier air comes in behind it. But before the drier air comes, we'll see that moisture getting squeezed out ahead of the front, and that will bring us some showers and storms on Wednesday. So I have a 40 to 50% chance of rain on Wednesday. So plan for some scattered showers and storms throughout the first part of the day on Wednesday as the front pushes in. And that's really the only day we have to worry about rain. Also, I want to mention that drier air coming in will really make it feel really pleasant and refreshing outside. So we're talking dew points in the 70s today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. That's that muggy feel. Here's the drier air with that front, giving us dew points in the 50s and probably the low 60s once we get into later Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, meaning the humidity is going to drop significantly, especially compared to how sticky it's been. So just have to ride it out a few more days. And once we get into late Wednesday, and especially Thursday and Friday, we say goodbye to the humidity for a short while. So this late season cold front that comes our way is going to make it feel absolutely spectacular outside later in the week. So at least we have that to look forward to. So here's your 7-day forecast so you can plan the rest of your weekend and early this week, keeping it hot and humid through Tuesday. The change comes Wednesday with some rain and storms, a cool down later in the week, lower humidity and refreshing nights and mornings, mostly in the 60s and maybe some 50s on the North Shore.